The weather is perfect. Yeah. Not super hot, not raining.
Yeah.
Perfect for walking. It was so hot the day before yesterday. Too hot. 33. Right here, I'm standing on the central axis of the forbidden city. The most important buildings are built along this central axis. Even the most important buildings, iconic buildings in the city of Beijing, they were all built along this central axis. Tiananmen Square on that way, the Forbidden City, and Drum Tower, Bell Tower, and the Olympic Village, they were all built along this central axis. So that's the most important axis in Beijing.
I love axes.
Okay, come on over here. More story, more questions, more quiz.
I'm ready.
So this palace called the Hall of Supreme Harmony, 太和殿 in Chinese. So those are three characters written on that blue-black plaque, which is hanging above the central entrance. It says the name of this building, 太和殿, or Hall of Supreme Harmony. This building has 2 layers roof with 11 mythical figures sitting on the both sides of the eaves, representing the highest construction rank back in the ancient period. So let me show you the picture of those 11 mythical figures. So 11 of them. Throughout the whole country, only that palace carries 11 mythical figures. The first one is a man riding on a rooster, and followed by the Chinese dragon, phoenix, lion, heavenly horse, seahorse, 孙尼亚鱼蟹之斗牛行石. Therefore, throughout the whole country, only this palace carries this little figure, the Hangshi, who is considered as the god of the thunder, the god of lightning, who is capable of bringing the water down to put out the fire. So those heavenly figures are doing such duties of warding off the evil spirit of the building and protect the buildings from catching fire. Apparently, they didn't work very well. Because the original building was established in 1420, that palace was struck down by lightning only 100 days after its completion. The current palace was reconstructed in 1695. The 5th version is the history. The 5th one, so destroyed 4 of them. This one, the current one, was rebuilt in 1695. Those lightning rod and lightning wires, on the roof of the building were installed in 1958. Pretty recent. This was also the place where the last emperor, Puyi, he was ascended the throne over here in 1903. That famous movie was actually filmed right here in this palace in 1980s, which won 9 Oscar awards in 1988. Let me show you a video clip about this movie, The Last Emperor. So, which was filmed right here in this palace when this little boy was only 3 years old. Can you see it clearly? Little boy. So that's the ascending ceremony right here in this palace. When this boy was only 3 years old. His father is kneeling next to this baby emperor. He is the emperor. His father is not the emperor. How it looked like inside the palace. Give us an idea how it looked like. The palace, the interior part of the palace is. The little boy who couldn't sit still, who just moving around, only 3 years old.
So why is the boy the emperor and the father is not?
I'll tell you in 1 minute, okay? There's a boy just moving around who couldn't stay still on that throne. And his father said, "It will soon be over. Don't move. It will soon be over. It will soon be over." And the other officials and ministers, they got so shocked when they heard what his father is saying. They thought that his father suggested that the Qing dynasty will soon be over. And only 3 years later, after his father repeated it 3 times, it will soon be over, the dynasty was really over. After 267 years ruling the country. The reason why he was the emperor, his father was not the emperor, because the emperor before him had no children, no son. And before that emperor passed away, the dragon lady, Empress Dowager Cixi, the most powerful lady, she designates this boy from the royal family to be the new emperor of the country, rather than his father, rather than an adult. Because baby, a little boy, is easily to be manipulated rather than being an adult. Make sense? And this emperor, he was abdicated at the age of, so he became the emperor at the age of 3, and he was abdicated at the age of, what is this sign? 6. Excellent. 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, you all got this. This is a universal sign to indicate the numbers in this country. We're going to the garden now. We can see the part of the garden from here, the roof of that building. That's actually a 2-floored building where this Empress English teacher worked and lived sometimes. Empress English teacher who is a Scottish. This is a scholar who lived in China for more than 3 decades and has a profound understanding of the Chinese culture, Chinese literature, Chinese art, and Chinese Buddhism. He got along very well with the emperor. And on top of that, he speaks very good Mandarin. That's why he was hired into the Forbidden City and worked as the emperor's English teacher. He taught the last emperor English, mathematics, and geography, and who brought a lot of Western ideology, Western culture to the last emperor and helped the last emperor open the eyes to the rest of the world. And under his influence, the emperor cut out his queue. That's a typical appearance for those Manchurian people, and start to wear sunglasses, and also ride the bicycles in the Forbidden City. So that's the place. This is the building where they worked and studied English. In 1924, together with the last emperor, the scholar Reginald Johnston, they were kicked out of the Forbidden City. He went back to London and worked as a professor of Chinese literature at the University of London. He wrote a very famous book, still popular these days, named The Twilight in the Forbidden City. This book is very popular. The Twilight in the Forbidden City, still popular these days, chronicling his close relationship with the last emperor. They got along very well, like a father to a son. And even to the day when he passed away, who still considered himself as a loyal and affectionate servant of the last emperor. He died in 1938, died alone, never married. He was born in the same year as Winston Churchill. So now we'll be hanging out a little bit in this garden, where we'll be seeing a lot of trees, flowers, where those emperors and their ladies are hanging out and relax a little bit back in the day. It is very small compared to the Summer Palace. This is nothing. But this was only the place where those lower ranking ladies, unfavored ladies to hang out, to chill, to relax, because they were not allowed to step out of the inner court, not mentioning the Forbidden City.